welcome to our website on ancient Mesoamerica. This website is here to inform others about the ancient Americas. There is information about the three American civilizations, the Mayan, the Aztec, and the Incas, and information about the greatest achievements and the greatest achievement of all of them. Enjoy!
Okay, so now I will talk to you about the criteria page. This is how we decided which achievements would be the greatest and how we would order them. So, there were several criteria that need to be met in order to decide what were the greatest achievements of the Mayas, Incas, and Aztecs. These criteria included significance, effort, genius, and scale. Significance shows how much the achievement has affected the modern world. Effort is exactly as it sounds, which means how much effort was put into making the achievement or achieving it. Genius stands for how smart, clever, or all around the genius the achievement is. Scale refers to how large it was in terms of tangible items. To start with, there was a decision on 9 achievements for each civilization that was thought to be the most remarkable. After that, the achievements were narrowed down to the top 3 for each civilization. Then it was decided upon 1 per civilization. Finally, we compared those 3 and decided on what we considered to be the greatest achievement of the ancient South American civilizations.
The Aztecs' greatest achievement. The Aztecs. So the Aztecs began as a band of nomadic hunter-gatherers. Once the Toltec civilization fell, they invaded the Valley of Mexico. Later, they were forced out and began to live on an island in Lake Texcoco, where they built their capital city, Tenochtitlan. The Aztec civilization lasted for over 200 years and left a lasting imprint on ancient Mexico. Now, the Aztecs' greatest achievement was Tenochtitlan. At least that's what we believe. Now, Tenochtitlan is extremely remarkable because of many things. The most amazing factor is probably one of the simplest ones. It was built on a very small island. This meant they had to have insane architectural advances, such as the chinampas, which were floating farms and provided a way to farm without land. The Tenochtitlan also had a very complicated canal system in order to feed water throughout the city. In the center of Tenochtitlan, there is even a pyramid that could rival one of the Egyptians. All in all, Tenochtitlan is a massive display of architectural achievement and agricultural genius.
And now for the Incas' greatest achievements. The Incas. The Incas are a powerful and successful civilization. Its height of its power was in the 1500s CE. The Incas were spread across the whole Andes mountain range, which is about 350,000 square miles. There are about 10 million people under the Inca rule, meaning the civilization was extremely powerful. There was a special way that the Incas stored information, with quipus. Quipus are a way of telling stories and storing information about population by using different colored strings and knots at certain places to show numbers and words. They are also very advanced architecture, because the Incas built over 1,500 miles worth of roads through mountains, valleys, and deserts. Building aqueducts. Aqueducts were an amazing example of Inca architecture. An aqueduct is a system used to provide water to the entire Inca population. These aqueducts were used throughout the entire Inca Empire, which meant that the scale was huge. Whenever there was a shortage of water, which was common in the Andean area, the Incas could rely on the aqueducts to provide enough water to the Incas to survive until they could get more water. The significance was also large because the aqueducts were really effective when bringing water in to irrigate their crops. We still use some of the same types of systems today. Everywhere in the modern world. The Sacred Valley of the Incas is the most productive area of Peru when looking in an agricultural view. Inventing the aqueducts and using it effectively is quite genius, considering the Incas had so much more to think about, yet they still managed to successfully invent aqueducts, which we still use today.
The Mayans' greatest achievements. The Mayan calendar. Background information. 365 days were in the object called the calendar round. The calendar round is something that combines day names, day numbers, and month positions repeating. They also use astronomy to make the calendar. There are 3 types of calendars: the long count, the Tzolk'in, and the Have. Here is Arya with why we chose the Mayan calendar. The reason why it was the ultimate most remarkable achievement is because this was how the Mayans counted the days, and other reasons the calendar was chosen was scale, effort, genius, and significance. It was qualified for scale because the calendars were made of a giant round stones, and there was a couple of the calendars. The calendar is qualified for effort because they had to carve every single hieroglyph with special tools. The calendar is eligible for genius category because the way they made it was using astronomy, and astronomy was a very new concept for the time.
Great, because it said that for like the entire time. So it's recording.
Okay. The most remarkable achievement of all. So we have decided that building Tenochtitlan is by far the most remarkable achievement of the Americas. While it may not be very significant today, it excels in all other categories. It has extreme architectural genius. It is extremely large, and it took tons of effort to build. It beats the Inca aqueduct and the Mayan calendar because the Mayans and the Incas did not invent the aqueduct or the calendar, and today we do not use either the Mayan calendar or the Incan aqueduct. But while Tenochtitlan is not very significant, there has been a lot of other reasons why it has surpassed the Incas and the Mayan.
Okay, so we have a quiz. What is your opinion on the greatest achievement? We ask you whether or not you agree on the greatest achievement, and you can tell us why you didn't agree. Yeah.
Thanks for watching!